Right, thank you for joining me today. First of all, how old are you?
16.
16, okay. And what are your thoughts of underage drinking in the United Kingdom?
Personally, I think that things like underage drinking is more or less avoidable. So when someone tells you not to drink, you're more likely to want to drink despite them. So the best course of action is to, teach people how to be responsible.
Yes, it's hard to avoid drinking, you mean?
Yeah, it's hard to avoid it, so a different approach should be taken.
Yes, agreed. So what are your experiences personally with underage drinking?
Most of the time, it'll be a casual, maybe a Friday. Someone calls you up, says, we're going to go have a drink or something. And, just that stuff happens.
Right. And so your friends drink as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's more one drink, or because in the United Kingdom it's kind of like an epidemic that underage people or youngsters do binge drinking?
But to be honest, everybody drinks in this country.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So it's just no exception, really.
Mm-hmm. Is it because the United Kingdom has kind of like a pub culture?
Maybe, but more of it's more just kind of just because people just do it for entertainment value.
Right.
And since drinking isn't treated like it is in America, where they're very strict about it, people have a different attitude towards it, I think.
Right. And what information did you get from school about drinking?
Usually I get someone to put up a presentation that nobody ever really listened to, because at presentation the people said, if you don't drink, call us us, but they're never really interesting. They just kind of come off as lame.
So maybe if they made the presentations more interesting, the information that they gave more bite-sized or more acceptable for youngsters.
It feels ham-fisted most of the time.
Right, yeah. And how about your parents? Did you get a lot about drinking from your parents?
Here and there. A bit here and there, but they never set me down to tell me about drinking.
Right. So it's more like if you would go out, they would say, okay, be responsible, don't drink too much.
I don't think they know I drink if I go out to drink.
Sorry?
I don't think they would know.
Oh, right. So your parents don't know really that you drink?
No, not really.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. And what do you think a possible solution would be for the government to further fight underage drinking?
I think I think they need to people drink because they've got nothing else to do.
Right.
If someone's preoccupied with something, they're going to be doing something else. They're drinking. I think that maybe if they did programs relating to that, it might help.
Mm-hmm. Because what I experience is at parties is that when I'm sitting down and I'm not talking, I feel like we're having a drink in my hand and taking sips sometimes. That sort of takes the edge off. Yeah.
Being the only sober person's awkward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's about it. So thank you very much for sitting down with us, and thanks.